I'm Tom from Do-It-Yourself Home Automation, and this is a look at installing these Goldenwarm cabinet handles on cabinets that you want to refresh. So this is an old set of cabinets. It dates from the 1980s. It's in my bathroom that I'm renovating here. And you can see I started by painting it a much bolder and nicer color, blue here, but I want to add on these really nice golden colored cabinet poles. So add on some hardware, again from Goldenwarm. So we got a nice big box of these, and basically they've got a hole on each side here. And then we've got screws we can use to attach them, but first we have to drill some holes into the cabinet. So I started by measuring the distance between the two centers here, and this will depend upon the particular cabinet pole that you've chosen. So measure that first. I marked the center point of my cabinet, and then I measured half the distance between these two and marked holes where I'm going to be drilling and putting these handles. You can see if I align these with the holes that I've created on here, then this is perfectly centered on the cabinet. So that's what it'll look like when this is done. And you can do this, through any method that you want, but using a level ideally and a measuring tape to find exactly where you're going to put this, or you could just put it on there, eyeball it, mark where you're going to drill the holes, and go ahead and do that. But this is what it'll look like. So my next step is actually to drill the holes through the cabinet that I can put this into. Okay, so next I'm going to check the instructions for the size of drill bit I need. For this one I need a 3/16 inch drill bit. I'm going to use my Craftsman drill and driver here. This is a really great little drill and driver, a lot of torque, a lot of power, and it's got a lithium-ion battery, so it's really portable, but still has a lot of power for drilling through these relatively thick 1980s cabinets. And I've got my Craftsman drill bit set here. So I'm going to select my 3/16 inch, which is this one. I'm going to pull this out. You can look on there, confirm the size, and then I'm just going to chuck that into the front of my Craftsman drill here and just tighten the chuck. I'm going to put the phone down to do this. Okay, turning that counterclockwise. Chuck it in, put it down and tighten this. And there we are. Looking good. Now you want to wear safety glasses while you're doing this, any kind of drilling. I'm going to go ahead and drill holes through those points that I marked on my cabinet. Okay, it's going through here. Okay, got my first hole, and I'm going to drill my second one. Okay, got both my holes now. Now I'm going to take out the appropriate length of screw. So for this, I think I'm probably going to need these bigger ones because this is a pretty thick cabinet again. So I'm going to go ahead and take out these thicker screws. I'm going to go ahead and put them in through the other side of the hole here. I can clean up these little bits of wood that are coming out here. Ideally, I'd use like a wire brush. I'm just going to be careful and kind of push those out to the side and clean them up later. And then I'm just going to insert this through, and I think that is going to be the right length there. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the actual cabinet pole. I'm going to align it here. I'm going to put this down for a moment and screw in from the other side to attach here. So let's go ahead and do that. So you could do this with a power driver. I'm just going to use a hand driver. I'm just going to attach that in, and I'm going to repeat it on the other side here with my second screw. Okay, got those totally flush. Now my final step, I want to clean up the wood that I drilled out of there. So I'm going to use my Dyson V7 trigger vacuum. You can use any kind of vacuum. You could just use your hands there or something, but I like to use this one. Really easy to get in. And I'm just going to clean up and down on the floor here. Perfect. All clean, and there we go. We've got a working, beautiful pull on that cabinet. Really solid, really secure. Really love that nice kind of brass finish. Final step is I could take an eraser and erase any of the other marks I may have made on there. But there we go, really great refresh to this old cabinet, adding in these beautiful cabinet pulls.